Hey Buddha family, so today we got a maintenance day. I'm gonna bring along, show you a few of the tasks I gotta do. Today we're starting off with one of our variegated Setcreaseas. These are the hanging baskets, and I'm not gonna be selling these for a little bit. And you can see how leggy they get. Certain ones shoot out really far. So this is all about just pruning them back, stuffing some extra shoots back into the soil to make it full, kind of picking off any dead ones, brown leaves, things like that. So bring it in a little bit closer, you can watch when I do one. So here we can see I got a super long leggy one. And what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to follow this back to a growth point right here that's much more in the center of the pot. And here I actually have an extra growth point, and this is super cool because it's got that really beautiful variegation. So all I'm going to do is snip it off here. Now this one has shrunk back. Now on this one, I got 1 and 2 new shoots that I can plug right back into the soil. And here I got a nice growth point. This one is actually a flower bud, so I can actually snip that off. And here I just have the growth point. So we kind of just spin it around, and any that I've gotten too far over. This one had a dead leaf. I'm gonna just kind of pull those off so they don't get too wet, dry, fall in, cause any rot. Any of these flowers, I'm going to cut off. I don't need any flowers now. Yeah, and that will also help trim it back. Here's another one. You can see here, I got a growth point right here. And if you're looking real close, I even have one right there. So I could choose either one of those to cut from, but I'm going to do this one. They'll give me 2. Now on this one, I got a flower stem and the growth point. Don't need the flower stem unless it's my growth point. See how all the leaves are, wide open, nice and flat. See on this one how the leaves are curled up like that. This was a rooting that I tried, and I could tell it just didn't take. That's why it's so limp, just falls over like that. So watch, when I pull this out, it's probably not going to have any roots on it. So again, they all don't take. So extra things you want to look out for. Now this looks really compact and tight around the center of the pot. As you can see, there's no real leggy ones anymore. Now what's cool is you bring it way down in here. Okay, now that we're zoomed in a little bit here, you can see one of my growth points. Now what I'm going to do is make a nice hole, just like that. I'm going to take my growth stem, stick it in, and it's going to pinch the soil around it, just like that. And then I want to keep this soil nice and moist and damp for a few weeks until these root out. Here's another. What I'm going to try and do is find some open soil spots. Just like that. This side is pretty covered, so I'm not going to try that. They all don't have to go back into this pot. I got plenty of pots to choose from. So here we have another growth point. And what I'll do is I'll find a bare spot in the pot. I'm just going to make a hole. And I'm going to take my stem, stick it in the hole, kind of just pinch it shut. Just like that. Now we want to keep this nice and moist, damp for a few weeks until they root out. And that's maintenance on the purple variegated Setcreasea. And that's how you get a nice full one. This also gives you an opportunity to play. Here you can see I found some string of dolphins. I kind of stuffed them and made a mix. It's coming out pretty well, but you still want to keep an eye on any bad leaves. That's how you make a nice full basket. So that's what I'm up to today. You can see some of them get really crazy. That's what the winter's for. Prepping these plants, kind of go into a dormancy in a good state. And then when spring rolls around, they're just going to take off. And I'll have nice full plants early on. This is what people are looking for. Thanks for watching. Catch you around.